Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Dhanushka Harshana. Today we have to talk about following topics. First we talk about what is music. What is music? Next we talk about voice types. And finally we talk about 12 notes. 12 notes. Then let's talk about our first topic, what is music. Let's first see what we need to do to create music. The first thing you need to do to create music is human voice. Human voice. We also use musical instruments to create music. The second one is musical instruments. Then we learn two main things that we use to create music: human voice and musical instruments. Then you know what is music. Music is the creation of sweet sound that one can hear using human voice and musical instruments. Music is the creation of sweet sound that one can hear using human voice and musical instruments. Then we learn music is a sweet sound. We are now talking about the sweet sound. Sweet sound we hear can be divided into three main parts. First one, lower sound, middle sound, another one, higher sound. Then what is lower sound? For example, you may have heard the sound of a frog and a bat together. The sound in a deep and low voice. Let me take another example. Now what kind of sound you can hear when you play the biggest string of the guitar? Biggest string of the guitar. All of those examples of lower voice, lower sounds. Normally I speak in a middle voice like this way, say middle sound. For example, when we play the middle string of the guitar, we can hear the middle sound like this. Okay, now let's see what higher sound is. When we play a small string on the guitar, we hear a higher sound like this. Well, I hope you now have a good understanding of the main parts of sweet sound. Lower sound, middle sound and higher sound. Next, each of these sounds we hear is further subdivided into 12 smaller parts like this. 12 smaller parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Those little parts of the sound are called notes. These are notes. Twelve notes and 12 notes. Then each sound has 12 notes like this. The 12 note in each of these sounds have to be named the same way. But the 12 note in the lower sound part we hear lower voice. The 12 note in the middle part are heard as a middle sound and the 12 notes in the higher part are heard as a higher sound. Well, now let's talk in general about 12 notes in all these sound parts. Then our title is 12 notes. 12 note is divided into two main parts called natural notes and distorted note. there are 7 natural notes and 5 distorted notes. We also call these distorted notes sharp and flat notes. Sharp and flat notes. Sharp and flat notes. Well, now let's talk about natural note. I said there are 7 natural notes. 7 natural notes. Well, when the letter of English alphabet are arranged in order from letter C, that is now we call the 7 note in music. Letter C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And also I said earlier there are 5 distorted notes. These distorted notes are located between natural notes. But keep in mind that there is no distorted note between E and F. There is no distorted note between E and F. Let's name those 5 distorted notes called S. S. There are 2 symbols are used to identify these distorted notes. Those are sharp and flat. Sharp and flat. Sharp sign, sharp symbol like this. Flat sign like this. The symbol of sharp is the idea of being ahead. Ahead. And the idea of the flat symbol is idea behind it. Sharp idea is ahead, flat idea is behind it. So now we can call the distorted note between the 2 notes C and D. Between the C and D, the note in front of the C note, and also the note behind the D note. Note in front of the C note, note behind the D note. In that sense, we call the note in front of the note C, C sharp. In front of the note C called C sharp, and behind this D note is called D flat. Then we realize that there are 2 ways to introduce a distorted note from sharp and flat. Then we introduce the other distorted notes in this way. D sharp or E flat. D sharp or E flat. I erase this. D sharp or E flat. F sharp or G flat. F sharp or G flat. And G sharp or A flat. G sharp or A flat. And also A sharp or B flat. C sharp or D flat, D sharp or E flat, F sharp or G flat, G sharp or A flat, and also A sharp or B flat. Also keep in mind there is no distorted note between E and F notes. Then if we write in the order of 12 note, this is now we can write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. C, second one, C sharp or D flat. D, D sharp or E flat. E, F. There is no distorted note between E and F. And seventh, F sharp or G flat. G, G sharp or A flat. A sharp or B flat. Finally B So today we discussed about what music is, three main parts of voice types, and also we discussed 12 notes. So I think you got understanding about the music, voice types and 12 notes. And also don't forget to subscribe my channel and also share for others. So we'll meet from a good lessons like this. Have a nice day.